What's up, everybody? Welcome to more trades. I haven't done a video for a few days. I didn't see much change, but now we're getting some movement, so I thought I should let you know of what's happening. This is a DXY in front of us, and as you can see, the DXY is pushing up. This is an important level for the DXY to get above. It's a 103.2009. It depends on what chart you're looking at. If you look at TradingView chart, we are at 103.606, so we really need to get above that. If we get above that, then next zone is the 104, I believe, 104.3. So get above 103.3. Next is 104.3. This is on capital.com chart. But what I want to point out is that if DXY continues its move, as it was very extended to the downside, we had a bounce, and usually after getting very extended to the downside, you might see a day or two to the upside. So that's what's happening with DXY. This might be just a retrace continuation to the downside. That is a bullish view. If you want to look at it in a bullish way, that we might just continue a bit higher to the DXY, find some resistance somewhere around here, maybe at the 104, then continue down where we have strong resistance. As you can see over here, this is strong resistance. But the DXY indicators, I believe, are looking bullish. If you look at the DXY indicators, if you look at the MACD, for instance, I think it is rotating to the upside on the daily. As you can see, this is momentum building up, and other indicators such as the stochastic, I believe, are the same. Okay, now let's go to Bitcoin. Bitcoin, we all know that Bitcoin has that gap everyone on YouTube is talking about, 19,000, 20,500 range. The gaps don't have to get filled immediately. I want to say this to beginners who don't know this. The gaps do get filled, but sometimes they could take years. As we saw, we filled the gaps on our way down in this bear market, gaps that were from maybe 2020. But they don't have to get filled immediately. Now, Bitcoin has a lot of gaps down there. And as you can see, that gaps take long. As you see this gap over here, this was in 2020. We didn't see that, we didn't fill that gap till 2022 in May. So it's about December 2020 till May 2022, a year or so. And we also have more gaps that were filled. We had a gap down here around the 19K zone, and we still have a gap in the $9,000 zone that people are anticipating that it may get filled. Right over here, we sort of have a gap that isn't filled completely down at the 11K zone. Now, despite all that, despite the bullishness, the bearishness, the battle going on social media, people shouting for bottom in or we're gonna tank. Despite all that, we need to look at short-term view also if you want to make money. Long-term view, it might be more downside, as I thought for a while now, but short-term view, we need to look at what is really happening right now. So we are in reality. In reality, Bitcoin has attempted a breakout of this Wyckoff box, and we failed. Well, someone can draw this box and say this is a range, this is our entire range. So I will sell if we hit the top of the range again, and I will buy if I'm at the bottom of the range again. However, we are in a horizontal support. You need to be aware of that. We are in significant support. Loss of the 22,290 will take us down to this zone, the 21 to 20,000, 21,200 to 20,200. And if we do that, if we come that low, then that would be just a fib retracement of this move up. This was a wave 3 up. So if you look at this as a wave 3, if we come that low, we're just coming to the 0.382 retracement, or even the 0.5 retracement at 20,200. So 21.2 and 22 between this range is a significant level. We might have a shallow retracement just to the 0.236 at 22.3. But a loss of this, not a wick, a loss of it as an opening and closing and coming lower, we might wick all the way down here. That would be just a wave 4 retracement, and the bullish scenario is we're going up for wave 5. Now, if you start losing the 20,200, then you're in the risk of saying, first off, this whole move up was completed as a 5 wave, and we're coming down for a second wave, and it can retrace anywhere up to between 19,300 and 18,000, 18K. Now, a loss of 18K, that means you're no longer, most probably you're no longer in a wave 2, you're in something else, and you might be starting your wave down, continuing your 5th wave down. Now, the bigger picture that maybe a lot of people are not looking at, I'm not sure, but I know that we need to pay attention to, is that the biggest scenario is we are in a bigger range. We're just in a range. The top of the range is a sell. The bottom of the range is a buy. You trade the range until it breaks. And the top of the range was our 25,000 and about 200, 25,200. Our bottom was a 15,400. So as long as you're up, you're looking for a sell. When you're down, you're looking for a buy. Simple strategy. Now, in terms of EMAs, if you go to the EMAs and you look at Bitcoin on the daily, you're still bullish. You're above the 50. However, your 5 and the 13 are curling down. They haven't crossed yet, but they are curling down significantly. This is the first time they might cross, and that is if they cross, it will be the first time ever since this pump that started down here on the beginning of January. So this would be significant. If they cross, then you might be having some downside. This is on the daily. On the 4 hourly, I believe you're on the 50. Let's look at it, give it time to load. I don't know why TradingView is acting up like this. 50, come on. It's not loading. Okay, the hourly. On the hourly, you have lost the 50. However, you dropped down, but you did not have the follow through. You dropped to 22.6. See how precise on the dot, psychological numbers, 22.6 over here. Now we might continue down. Now let's go back to the 4 hourly. I'm curious. I think we are above the 50 on the 4 hourly. For some reason, TradingView doesn't want to give me that. Okay, on the hourly, you're below the 50. On some other charts, just to let you know that support was at 22,954. Our next support is at 22,555. So I'm looking at 22,555. I'll keep that in mind. It's my next zone of support. And if we even come lower, if we start dropping, then I have a Fibonacci channel that may be some of support. It hasn't been tested yet, but we'll be coming down to it. The 1.236 line over here, if it's on the daily candle today, it will be down at around 20,200, 20,100, around that zone that I was talking about. The 20,200 will be the 0.5 fib retracement. So that's confluence. We'll have the 0.5 fib. We'll have the Fibonacci channel if we drop today. If it's tomorrow, it will be slightly higher, and so on. Now, looking at another chart, I was talking about Fibonacci time a few days back or a week ago, and we hit the next Fibonacci time, but we didn't get much of a reaction. We merely had a pump up, then I wouldn't say it gave a good reaction. The next one would be the 2.382. I don't know if it will be significant on 11th of February, and the one that follows it will be on the 17th of February, the 2.618. This will be something to keep an eye on. 17th of February. Now, going to this other chart, we are below support, that we know. I've seen it in another chart. Well, that's about it. That's about it I have for Bitcoin. 22.8 is an important zone we have to hold. 22.555. We start losing that, then I'll be looking at the 21.2 to 2200 as a wave for retracement for continuation of a fifth wave up. We lose that, then I'm looking down at previous structural support, 18K Fibonacci retracement. Then below that, I'll be looking at lower levels. 18K will be like critical for it to hold. Now, other than that, to the upside, if it goes again to 24K, I will be shorting this. I will have a stop loss, but I will short it because it's the top of the range. Simple strategy. Okay, hope you liked the video. If you did, please like the video and hit the likes and subscribe to the channel. Join the free Discord. Link will be in the channel description and in the video description. And if you would like to even support the channel more, there is a link in the channel description and in the video description that says like to support the channel, buy me a coffee. I'll appreciate every support. It takes time to do these videos sometimes. More trades, I'm out.